Hey, chicks, let's chat. Man, it's been so much going on. And I couldn't wait really to tap into some of it. But let me start by saying, like, this past weekend, it was a really good weekend for black people. And why I say that is because anytime you see the fruits of labor, and you see that the fruits of the labor, like they've came into fruition. Like everything that Dion had been sacrificing for years and instilling into his boys and praying for, and like all of that stuff came. Like, you really got to see the fruits of this man's labor pay off, and not only within his family, but for the other guys on the Colorado team who secured their spots in the NFL. Like that spoke volumes for his legacy, not just as a man, but as a black man. Because yes, we see the color, we see his color. Ain't no not seeing color. We see his color. So to have not one but two of your sons go to the NFL at the same time, then the rest of your bonus sons, a good handful of them get the same privilege. Like, that speaks so much, man. That speaks volume for the type of person that you are, the man that you are. And that's not to say, that he don't have no flaws, or he don't have no skeletons, or this, that, or the third. It's not to say none of that, but what it speaks to is that whatever is negative about him, he have a whole lot of positives. Only the people who real close to him, like his ex-wife or the women who dealt with him, only they know all the deep, dark stuff. But what we know is that as a man, he has stood in the pain for his son, his children, and other people's children. And that's commendable. And I said all that to really get on the topic that I want to get on the topic, which is confidence. For some reason, that's the one thing that everybody tell us we should have, but everybody don't like for you to have it. You get so much flack when people can see how confident you are. They don't like to see some people being what they feel is overconfident. No, it's not overconfident. It's just that you don't have none, or you may not have enough, or you may not have the confidence that I have. Does that make me overconfident? No, not at all. Because your confidence don't weigh what mine's weigh. Like, it's a term that we say, you got to pay what you weigh. Okay, well, if he weigh this amount and I weigh 20 pounds less, he gonna pay more, ain't he? Okay, so that means that, hey, if he able to do X, Y, and Z, and he know that, and he walking in that, he just might have a little more confidence than me, right? But should he be penalized for that? Because he's secure in who he is. He know what he can do. He know what his faith can do. He know how his faith set up. He know how his hopes and dreams set up. He know how his work ethic, how his determination is set up. So should he have less confidence in himself when he know what he know? Not at all. How can you be mad at him about that? Because you may not be as secure, because you may not have the faith that he has, because you may not have the skill set, you may not have the wherewithal, you may not have the work ethic that somebody else have. So then you want to say, oh, they too confident. No, maybe you just need to get you a little bit more confidence. And that goes for all sectors, whether it's work, whether it's sports, whether it's just who you are and who you show up as a person, as a woman. Sometimes people love to say, oh, she thinks she all that. What's the problem with it? If those are her thoughts and that's how she feels about herself, do you know what she possesses within her heart and in her mind that gives her that extra edge, that allows her to feel that way about herself? You don't know what's in that woman's head or what's in that woman's heart that puts that extra strut in her step. She's entitled to feel whatever it is that she wants to feel, right? It should make you know, never mind. If she thinks she's God's gifts to the earth, what difference does it make to you? Right? Confidence bothers people who either lack confidence or wish they had more. You either don't have none, or you wish you thought about yourself in the way that person did, or you wish you had what they have, or you wish. The wishers. You don't have to be a wisher, baby. You can have the confidence, the same kind of confidence. And listen, I'm a firm believer that your confidence should be so much that it borderlines arrogance. Now, that's why I feel like it goes too far when you get to the point where you're arrogant, because arrogance can, then you start looking down on other people and looking at them in a negative way. I don't believe in that. The same way I don't believe they should be looking at you just because you have confidence. No. And just because I have confidence, I should not be so arrogant to feel that, you're less than me. No, because then we're not talking about confidence anymore. We could be talking about insecurities. But when I'm just high on me, let me have that. Let me have that. Because one thing about it, when you high on you and you got that type of confidence, you have to show up. You can't just have that confidence and have nothing to back it up. So if I want to have all the confidence in the world, so what? Let me have that. Because at the end of the day, I'm the person that's in charge of backing that confidence up. I'm the person that's in charge of making sure I show up in the way that I say I am, and be able to perform in the way that I say I perform, and being able to be the person that I say I am. I'm the person responsible for that. So why should it bother you so much? We got to get out of, having ill will or looking at people a certain way because they have confidence, they have, the wherewithal, they have whatever it takes. Because sometimes people can come from so low, right? They can have experienced so much negative that it takes daily for them to have confidence or be overconfident, or it takes that now for them just to maintain, because they've come from such a low place. So listen, leave them people alone. Let them have all the confidence that they need. Don't you worry about it, but enjoy your day.